Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? There's nothing too good for a girl that's so true. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? Bought you a fur coat for Christmas, a diamond ring, a Cadillac car, and everything. Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? Greetings, peeps, and welcome to Music Elements Online. I'm very happy that you have decided to join us. My name is Dr. Tim Hendrickson. You can call me Dr. H. Everybody does. I will be your host for the next 16 weeks for this course. So looking forward to getting to know you, at least in the virtual sense, online. So let's just start off by giving a little description about our course here. Essentially, this is a elementary music course, okay? So you're going to be learning about some specific components of music, some elements of music, such as the names of notes, pitches, that type of thing, the things about the piano keyboard. Don't worry, you're not going to have to learn how to play the piano unless you just want to. The pitch designations, rhythms and scales, things like major and minor key signatures, and something called intervals. So if all of that sounds very foreign to you, don't worry about it. But you should sort of take a little bit of a clue from that, in that music is a language just like any other language, and it has rules and grammar and things like that. So we're going to learn about all of these things together. A couple of things to consider. Required materials, okay? There is a required online text. You cannot pass the course without it. That should be your number one priority. In fact, it's an assignment. You got to get that online text as quickly as possible. So please, it is available at the Delta Bookstore. You can also get it from the publisher, but you gotta have it. You cannot pass the course without it. So as soon as you can, please, 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 there will be a link to access the online text on our D2L site, and we'll talk more about that later. For now, let's talk a little bit about the course structure. First of all, some things to understand. This is an all 100% online course, asynchronous. This means that there is no virtual or real meeting time scheduled, right? You work at your own pace, which means you are responsible for all of the assignments. You've got to get them in based upon the deadlines and time frames that are set. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. Your attendance is recorded by your participation in the course. So when you log on, when you submit an assignment, when you send me an email, when you are engaged in the course, that counts as your attendance in this course, okay? There is no regular meeting time, so we don't take attendance on every day or every week like you might in a face-to-face course. So when you log on, your engagement in this course is your attendance. So don't make the mistake of never logging on, because if you do, you're not going to get attendance points. Okay. So there are two sides to the story, okay? There is an e-learning side, and there is an online textbook side. These are two resources that you're going to have to use. The e-learning side contains our course information, announcements, things like that, our discussion topics, and something called the detailed course calendar, which you're going to want to become very familiar with. The online text side has the majority of our assignments, right? The readings, the listening, the quizzes, worksheets, exams, all of that is found on our e-learning, on our online text. So this is another reason why you cannot complete the course without it. You got to have that online text because that's where the majority of the work is done. Okay, so let's take a minute and examine our e-learning site and talk a little bit in depth about our detailed course calendar. All right, folks, so here is what you're going to see when you initially log on to our e-learning site. You may not see these exact same messages just because me being faculty, I have some other things, but when you scroll down to My Courses, this is the arrangement that you should see. Whatever courses you are enrolled in, this is what you're going to see. And all these courses are something that you could log into. So let's log into Music Elements. And you will come up to this screen, and you can see the course logo up at the top. This is our course's homepage. There's not much on it right now. You do have a little description of the professor, myself. And I wanted to point something out to you. You have some things called work to do. This is okay if you want to follow it, but this is not something that is going to give you everything. You also have a calendar. All of this is, if you scroll down, this is on the lower right-hand side of the screen. But this is not our detailed course calendar. Please do not confuse the two. This is what you want to do. You want to go to the Content tab. When you go to the Content tab, you can see here all of the items that are part of our course. And you have the syllabus with all of the things that are contained within the syllabus, required materials, that type of thing. And then you have some very, very important modules here, such as the detailed course calendar, useful stuff, and then, of course, the various sections to our course, all of which we will get into in more detail later. But for right now, let's take a look at that detailed course calendar. When you click on this, you can see that all of the sections are presented here, and you can see that they are laid out so that on the left column you have when these sections start, when they begin, when they are open, and when they are due, their end dates. So that's all the way over on the right side for the end date, the due date. This includes the midterm and the final. It also includes the composition project. What is not found here are the other activities such as the discussion topics. And for those, you will need to go to the Activities tab and go to something called Discussions. And when you go there, you will see the first discussion topic, which is introductions. You would click on that, and when that becomes available, you can subscribe to it and participate in that discussion topic. There will be one or two other discussion topics. You don't need to worry about those right now. The discussions topic will be the first one. So that would be what I would want you to focus on. Something else that is not showing up at this time are some assignments such as watching this video and purchasing the textbook. Those are assignments. You're going to have to do those. And let me just point out to you that there will be a link, a module that is dedicated toward the online textbook. It's not present now, but it will be present by the time our course begins. So just be aware that this is where you're going to find everything, that you need to do, but it is not where the assignments are. The assignments, such as what you see here for section 1, class 1, class 2, class 3, those are on our online textbook, as I described in the 2 sides to the story. So just be aware that's what this is, and you do need access to e-learning in order for this to work for you. And checking the detailed course calendar is your best bet at knowing when things are due, when things begin, and how much time you have to complete them. So please take a good look at this. Always refer back to it, because these are where the dates are. These are where you find out, again, when things begin and when they end. You can also tell that at every section you have dates. You have the start date, and you have the you have the due date. You have when it begins. So there's no need to to wander around aimlessly wondering when things are. It's all here. Please take advantage of this Contents tab. When you click on the home, our course home page, this is where announcements will be. There isn't anything here yet, but there will be. And normally what I do is when I make an announcement and post it on our e-learning site, I also email the entire class that same announcement. And sometimes it contains links. Sometimes it always contains useful information. So there you go. Take a look at that Contents tab and avail yourself to things like the detailed course calendar. Okay, so as you can see, our course is divided into various sections. The completion of those sections, as well as all of the assignments found within those sections, that's your participation, right? That's you being engaged in the course. That's counting towards your attendance. And speaking of grading and attendance, let's talk about this. Your grade is 100% dependent upon your participation and effort in this class, okay? So if you want an A, you've got an A. As long as you continue to participate, submit assignments when they're due, shoot me emails when you have issues. But here's what you got to do to keep that A, okay? So everyone has this A to begin with. You want to keep the A, this is what you got to do. Be engaged in the course, right? Continually activated and in the course. Participate in the discussion topics. Remember, those are the only things that are not found on our online text, right? Although some of you will have discussion topics on your text, so just make sure to make that distinction. You complete all of the assignments, right? Both on our e-learning site and on our online text. This includes all quizzes, exams, reading, writing, listening, viewing, whatever is part of your course. That's what you want to participate in. And then communicating with your professor, me, if and when it is necessary. Understand, because this is an all online course, there's no specified, in-person or virtual meeting time. So you got to work on this on your own. You have to do this in your own time. So your attendance, again, is based on when you log on. Every time you log on, I'm notified. Every time you submit an assignment, I'm notified. Or, if you email me, obviously that shows that you're being engaged in the course. So it's really not that hard, folks. So please take the time to familiarize yourself with things like the detailed course calendar and, don't waste time. Use your time wisely. Some things to consider, okay? You are given all of the tools that you need to successfully complete this course. You have the online text. You have the detailed course calendar. You have e-learning. You have the communications and lecture vids from me, okay? These are going to be periodically sent to you. You also have ample time to complete assignments, provided you do the work and budget your time wisely. I can't make you do that. I can't force students to read emails, to watch videos, or to do the work. You got to take the initiative. You have to take the responsibilities. So please, you are solely responsible for the amount of work you put in and the grade that you receive. Understand, there are no makeup exams or makeup assignments. There just isn't enough time for us to do that. You have the schedule. Use it. You have explicit start times and end times for all assignments. Use it. Make use of your time wisely, please. I cannot stress this enough. Email is the best way to communicate with me if there are any issues or problems that arise, and I understand this does happen. Just one caveat to that, I do not respond to emails on the weekends. So if you email me after 5 p.m. on a Friday, you're not going to hear back from me until the following Monday. So that means if you email me on a Saturday or on a Sunday, it's going to take 24 to 48 hours past Sunday for me to respond to you. So just understand, I don't respond to emails on the weekends. Also, I will be out of my office and not answering emails at all from August 18th through August 26th. So if you don't hear from me, that's why. Now, if you're curious, it's because I'm having a major surgery. So hopefully all will go well. And once that surgery is complete and I am on the mend, I will resume my email correspondence to you, okay? So here you go. There you have it, folks. That's kind of how this course structure works. We're going to have other info as we move along, okay? So here we go.
I'm a sentimental sap, that's all. What's the use of trying not to fall? I have no will, you've made your kill, 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm just like an apple on a bough, and you're gonna shake me down somehow. So what's the use? You've cooked my goose, 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm so hot and bothered that I don't know my elbow from my ear. I suffer